What's going on, everybody? It is currently Tuesday. It's Tuesday the 22nd, and that makes this episode number 43 of The Murder Mentality. On some good advice from some people I respect a lot, I'm going to start taking these back on the amount of time that they're done, like how much time each one of these is, and make them a little bit more short, sweet, and to the point. But I want to discuss something today that I've been actually discussing with my child a little bit here too. And it's, I guess, no time like the present. And here's the important thing, guys, is that I try not to speak on subjects I don't understand or don't have personal experience with. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Stanley. Good morning, Lacey. So, artist block, writer's block, creative block, whatever you want to call it. Had a discussion with my kid about this the other day, and they're like, just none of my art's turning out, and I don't like how it looks, and this, that, and the other, and I'm just not inspired right now. But the thing I love about watching Vinny do art is that he powers through it. It doesn't question whether or not he should continue to do it, just keeps doing it. I will absolutely sign off on that, because here's the thing though, like I'm going to pan around my room real quickly here. It's a little bit messy, you'll have to excuse me here. But there is art on every fucking square inch of my walls. There's art everywhere, okay? We're doing our 30 days of paintings. I just counted it today. We're day 14. I'm on 15 total. I'm going to go home and do 2 more today after a full day of tattooing, and then tomorrow I'm going to do 2 more. And I was shooting for 40 in 30 days. I'm going to be an overachiever, and we're just going to just keep doing 2 a day to see how long it gets and how many I end up doing. And I've started painting pictures of tattoo artists that have inspired me, and continued to do that. And as I was wondering, who am I going to paint this time? I was like crowdsourcing it, and some of the suggestions people were giving me weren't really what I wanted to do. But then I was just like, what inspires me? And I was like, well, fucking other artists inspire me. People that just produce shit. They do it whether or not they want to, rain or shine or snow. Okay? And this ties into how I've talked a lot about that pros operate from commitment and that everybody else operates with their feelings. There's going to be times when you feel off. Well, guess how you feel on? You do it anyway. One of my favorite phrases on the matter is that the muse will find you. The muse meaning the artistic muse, the thing that will inspire you to create. It will find you, but it has to find you working. It doesn't matter if you get a creative. I've got fucking goosebumps because of how powerful that shit is, man. It's going to find you. And if I hadn't just started painting portraits and just fucking doing it anyway, it wouldn't have occurred to me. And I was just sitting there one day, I was like, fuck, man, who do I want to paint? Fuck, what inspires me? And I was like, oh, man, I'm so inspired by all the people that did exactly what I'm doing right now back in the day. And that was just, they just fucking made shit. So again, the muse will find you. Your creative juices will start flowing as soon as you start fucking creating. And here's the thing. There's a filter or like a sound bite that people have been using on TikTok and Instagram and shit like that lately. It was like, so you're an artist, huh? Are you good? And then the next thing it follows up with sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. And that's real, okay? But you don't learn anything if you don't finish it. So if you're not liking it and you decide not to finish it because you just don't feel like it's what you wanted to fucking do, you didn't learn anything, okay? Commitment versus feelings. Commitment, feelings. Commitment, feelings. Always choose commitment. This can be applied to anything. It doesn't need to just be an art, but it's a powerful tool for artists, period. Your creative energies will flow when you put energy into the creative process. Let me say that again so we really make sure people hear this. Your creative energies will flow and increase when you put energy into the creative process. That is to be said that the process is more important than the product. I don't give a fuck if the last painting I did is my favorite one I've ever did. The most detailed one, in my opinion, I probably ever did is this one right here, okay? And I did that last year. It's been about a year and a month since I did that, okay? And to put it into perspective, I've done so many fucking paintings since then, I could probably stack them floor to ceiling, flat-wise, like flat, like paper stacking-wise, top to bottom. in 2 or 3 stacks up against this wall and have it touch the fucking ceiling each time. Okay? Does that mean that I haven't produced other stuff that I love? I actually fucking like some of the stuff I've made more since then than that one, even though that's arguably probably my most detailed, most realistic painting. I fucking love this painting right here so much. I love the textures on it so much. I love each painting for a different fucking reason. But I wouldn't have learned any of the stuff that I've learned. I wouldn't have all of these creations to show for my efforts if I had just waited for the inspiration to come. She's out. So just go ask Abba. Sorry, when I get my train of thought interrupted, it's hard for me to get back on point. All right, so, but it ties into like these things here, man. Like sometimes I'm like, what am I gonna fucking talk about? Sometimes before I start one of my live videos, this is how committed I am to my creative process. I will literally just pray the following prayer. Lord, I'm grateful for the breath I've taken in my lungs, and I'm grateful for everything you've made, my struggles included, and I give you my mouth. Please speak to your people as best you can through my mouth today. Or some version of that prayer, okay? But I wouldn't be here doing this if I'd waited for the inspiration, for the time to be right, for my hair to look good, for the whatever. I just do it. Some of them are great. Some of them, it really speaks volumes to the people that watch. Some of them, not so much. But the principle is that no matter what, I'm still creating at all times, okay? And to me, the creative process has literally become as natural as breathing for me. I sit down at a table for dinner with my family. I start drawing on a napkin, okay? I'm sitting in a place where I can't draw. I'm writing poems and writing, just information down, getting those downloads from God and the universe and putting it somewhere so that I can have a record of it. As it turns out, all of us are poets. All of us are visual artists and musicians in every way, shape, or form. And we're creating our lives from moment to fucking moment. Have you ever noticed how uncomfortable you feel when you're not doing something? You feel comfortable. You might be like, finally I can relax. But have you ever noticed that if you relax over and over and over again, all the time, eventually your brain starts going like, dog. One of the primary fucking symptoms of depression is lack of motivation. So how would we fight depression? Just motivate and do it the fuck anyway. Motivation is worthless, really, when it comes down to it. Commitment gets you motivated. Commitment says, I don't give a fuck whether or not you're motivated. You're fucking painting today. You're tattooing today. Period. There's multiple days of the week. I have probably more days of the week that I get up that I want to come in and tattoo, that I don't want to make art. For whatever reason, I believe that it's a fight for us to create things. But when I get in the mode, when I get here and I'm just like, fuck yeah, okay, I can feel it, man. I'm like, the energy's here. I'm committed. I'm doing this shit. By the time I'm starting it, I'm fucking into it. But that can be applied to anything. Think about how often you don't do something because it just doesn't seem interesting right off the bat, but then you start doing it and you're like, this is so much more fucking fun than I thought it was. Or that I forgot, blah, blah, blah. For whatever reason, wireless connections coming in and out, but that's a perfect opportunity. Maybe it's God telling me right now, go ahead and cut it off, dog. In the meanwhile, I love all of you guys. Whatever the fuck you've been waiting on to have the right inspiration, the right feeling, and the right circumstances, be fucking damned. You go and do it right now. Love you.